Ever think about what would happen if, like, your dark side actually got up and walked around?
Yeah, I've had a few nightmares like that.
Well, that's kind of what Venom is all about. It's like this crazy mashup of action and sci-fi and a bit of a buddy comedy too, right?
Yeah.
We're diving deep into a script breakdown for the movie today. This one's kind of unique. It was originally in another language, seems like it was, for folks who know a lot about Bollywood and superhero stuff.
Interesting.
Yeah. So picture this. We got Eddie Brock, a journalist who's, trying to expose some bad guys.
Right.
Makes a huge mistake, loses his job, his girlfriend, his whole life, basically, like rock bottom.
Hits hard.
Oh, yeah. It's not like those typical superhero stories, where the hero's already, like, all noble and perfect from the start.
No, not at all. It's more like he's kind of messed up.
Totally. And that's when things get really interesting. Because that's when he meets Venom.
A symbiote, right.
Yeah, this alien creature that just, like, takes over his body. Talk about a bad day getting worse, huh?
Seriously, like, imagine sharing your body with something from another planet.
And not just any alien.
Yeah.
But one that's super powerful and also has a taste for, well, let's just say things get messy.
Pretty wild. Symbiotes, they're a pretty classic idea in sci-fi, though. Like, this whole concept of possession, duality.
Yeah, like having a voice in your head.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But in this case, the voice has fangs and wants to eat brains.
No kidding. And Eddie's not exactly thrilled about this whole situation, Like, he's got these amazing powers now, but he's constantly fighting Venom for control.
It's like a constant internal battle.
Yeah. And it really makes you think, is Venom just using Eddie? Or are they like partners in some messed up way?
Right. It's that moral ambiguity that makes it so interesting. It's not just black and white, good versus evil.
Totally. Because having power doesn't automatically make you a hero.
Definitely not. And it gets even more complicated when they run into some really dangerous enemies.
Well, yeah, this script mentions a bunch of bad guys, but there's one that really stands out. Carlton Drake.
Drake? He's the one who's also bonded with a symbiote, right?
Exactly. And he's like this dark version of what Eddie could become if he totally loses himself to Venom.
Yeah, like a mirror image showing the dark possibilities.
So it becomes this whole internal struggle for Eddie, right? Like,
Right.
he's not just fighting bad guys, he's fighting his own dark side.
Exactly. And the crazy thing is, through all of this, Eddie and Venom actually start to, like, connect.
They meet each other in a weird way.
Yeah. It's like they start as enemies, but they end up needing each other to survive. That's a pretty powerful metaphor if you think about it. Like, we all have those dark parts of ourselves.
Stuff we try to hide.
Yeah. But maybe the key is to, like, understand those parts and integrate them, like Eddie does with Venom.
Interesting. It's like that saying, keep your friends close and your enemies closer.
Yeah, kind of.
And just when you think things are getting figured out, this script says the movie ends on a cliffhanger.
Oh, no way. Really?
Yeah. Classic comic book movie move. So we're left wondering, what's going to happen next? What does this crazy partnership mean for Eddie in the long run?
Total cliffhanger. It leaves you with that I need to know more feeling.
Totally. It really makes you think, if you suddenly got superpowers from an alien, what would you do? Would you even want that?
It's a tough question. Who would be in control, you or the alien? So many things to consider.
Makes you wonder about your own dark side a little. Anyway, if you want to see how Eddie and Venom handle this whole wild ride, definitely check out the movie. It's a fun, action-packed way to explore this crazy idea. What happens when an alien parasite becomes your, well, maybe not your best friend, but definitely something complicated?
Absolutely.
Until next time, keep diving into the unexpected.
Sounds good.